Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I'm going to be going over the Alliance Foothold quest for vol'dun. This is just beta gameplay. I want to stress that this is not a guide, a formal guide. If you're watching this during live, you might see things that are different than what they are right now. This is just kind of going over it, talking about the lore and how much I like it or don't like it, etc. I am going to also give pointers on the quest as well. So upon arriving, you just talk to the admiral to get there. You just turn in the quest. He'll get a quest to jump down with some ropes to a boat, and it'll take you to the mainland. You'll also notice you have an extra action button on your bar. Now, what I'll say is, as long as this is still there on the live game, the extra action button is really important. I didn't do. I guess that first one actually did hit it, but if so. Just watching it back now, I'm kind of realizing what I did wrong. So you need to be in combat with these things as of now to use your extra action bar. I did try to use it on things that were just standing there, and it did no damage to them, so it was pointless. So I actually did the whole thing without it. And I did want to show this. I'm going to die here. I wanted to show this because if you try to do this without the extra action bar and you attack like a group of three, be prepared for a real fight. I wasn't fully prepared. I didn't have like cooldowns up because I was trying to see what button my extra action bar was bound to, and I used some of my cooldowns on accident because I couldn't remember. But yeah, so you definitely want to use your extra action bar as long as you can, and if it's still there in live gameplay. But in beta, definitely use it. So you're killing 15 of these guys. I did it all, like I said, manually. I just pulled one at a time if possible. A couple times I pulled two at a time. Two is not a big deal. Three was for me. Maybe it's not for you or your class. But you're going to go through and kill these things. So up until this point, you still don't know much about like what you're doing. You're just here killing these snake men that we have seen before, at least cousins of them before, because I believe they were in Pandaria maybe. But I know we've seen these things somewhere before, at least. It might be escaping me. But we know of their existence, I think. So they're called the Sethrek, if I didn't mention that already, and they call them like the snake people. After you finish killing the final one, you can go into like this little mini temple, and you'll find a 7th Legion person there, and he's says something like, I didn't give you permission to leave. You find out that a guy named Private James has been captured. So turn that in, grab the next quest, come up here, just click on the flag. Everything's dead now upon turning on that last quest, and this will signify that you have the Alliance Foothold open. So now you have like a little Alliance base here on vol'dun, I suppose. All the little Stormwind soldiers are coming off. I wonder if on live gameplay if there'll be like dwarves and other soldiers coming off, or if it's just Stormwind. I know they're the main, but so you turn that quest in, and then he'll start you off on your next little venture here, and where you'll learn a little bit more about what's going on here. So you'll get here, you'll find one of these, this guy here, and he's looking over this Sethrek. And he is like a important guy. He's like a leader of one of the tribes of them. So he's hurting. He knows where Private James is. That's why you're going to help him. So you're just going to kill these things and then pick the plants that are right here on the same little straight line. These, as of right now in the beta, they have to 100% drop rate. Just kill the required amount, pick the plants, and then that's all you'll need to do. Nothing to it really. And then, so you'll come in here to turn it in. And then this is kind of where you'll learn a little bit more about the storyline. Again, this is like a leader of one of the clans. He has there's 3 tribes. One of the leaders is murdered. One of them is evil. And then this is the other one. They each had a key to keep a Cathrax. I think its name was Mithrax. It's like an old god spawn thing. It's what destroyed vol'dun and turned it into a desert. It used to be more of a lush area, and their Loa, or like spirit god, sacrificed itself to banish it. Then they did something to not let him be summoned again, and they each have a key to that. And he has one of his keys. He put it into Private James' pocket as the other Sethrek were like beating him down and hurting him. I just want to point out these mounts are really cool. I hope that they are actual mounts in the game. Where these things I'm flying on right now, I hope they are mounts. They're not big like dragons, which I liked, but they're not too small like a griffin. They're right in the middle, and I think they're just about perfect, at least in my opinion. So you're going to land here, and again, he's just going to go over more of the storyline here shortly, but you're going to land here and turn this in. And first he's going to give you quests to kind of secure the perimeter, secure the area the best you can. So you have to go. You have to go find Private James, of course, the guy with the key in his pocket, and capture your guy. And then you're going to destroy some banners, some spires, and some cannons. This is all very straightforward. You also have to kill some of these enemy Sethrek. This is the guy following the. These are the Sethrek following the evil tribe leader. They're called the Faithless, or they call themselves the Faithless. I'm not sure. But you do have to kill them, and then you can go ahead and do all the other stuff. It's very straightforward, very easy. I will point out that you can just kill the ones that are fighting the guards. That's easy enough. But if you do want to loot any of them, you'll have to kill the Sethric that are off on their own doing their own thing, because these ones, at least as of now, don't drop any loot. Again, that can be all subject to change. If this is one of your first footholds you're doing, then you'll also notice that there's Horde here as well. That's because that they interact with these people as well. So it's kind of the first crossing of them, although they aren't. It's or either I'm not flagged for PvP or there's no PvP here. I'm guessing there's not, at least as of now. So as you're finishing up here, if you're like me and you're on the east side, you can go up here and there'll be a flight path here, which you'll probably want to grab at some point. So I just grabbed it now. And then you're gonna head into the temple. You're gonna get a lot of role playing / explaining more of the storyline there. Actually, go back to this guy and wonder if he sells those these mounts here, but no, he's just like a battle pet type guy. So that doesn't help me at all. Or a hunter guy. I don't know. I didn't even click on him. He could have been a hunter stable master. So you go in here, turn this in. There's Private James, and there's the Yorick, this good now friendly tribe leader. So you turn those quests in, and you ask James basically if he has anything in his pocket. He's like, "Oh, I got a rock in my pocket." And Yorick says something along the lines of, "That's not a rock; it's a key. It's very important." And so you're gonna go up the stairs. A lot of talking, a lot of dialogue goes on there. I'll kind of try to. I know I've mentioned everything already, but I'll kind of try to just break it down. So the Sethric lived here with the trolls, and they were fine with each other from what I read, and they lived here together until somebody summoned this Cathrax named Mithrax, and he just demolished everything, destroying their sacred pyramid in the center. And Aloa, I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's a little bit long anyways. But one of their spirit gods sacrificed themselves to save them and to banish Mithrax. So they never wanted anyone to be able to summon him again. So these three tribesmen, or these three leaders, did a spell to do so, and you just take the slight path back to Halford Windbrain, the first place where you started. And they made these keys, and that's what's keeping him stopped. So the one went evil. He killed the one leader, so now he has two keys, and he wants to get the last key, and then he wants to summon Mithrax, which is going to destroy everything. His goal is to destroy all of his enemies or something like that, but I'm sure Mithrax's goal is just to destroy whatever he can. So that's kind of a really quick recap of the storyline of what's going on here. That's why it's a desert now and not a lush, more paradise type place. But overall, I definitely liked this foothold. It's only my second one I've done, first one on video. But after I do all three of them, I'll probably have more of a better stance. And when I do the third video, I'll probably kind of maybe even rank them a little bit. But I definitely like this one because I do with the old gods. Anything that has to do with the old gods, I'm always going to favor. Be a little bit biased towards. I really enjoy the old god stuff. The only thing I might enjoy more than old god stuff is Lich King stuff. So I enjoyed it a ton. It was really good. Once you turn that in, you can get this follower of the Void Elves. And then you'll get a quest to go back to Borealis. To do this, you just go back to the dock where you came from on the boat, and you'll just talk to the Admiral again and tell him you want to go back to Borealis. And it's easy enough, and then you can head back. But yeah, I definitely think this place is great. If I had to do 1 to 10, I don't know, an 8. I mean, I could have been better because I wish I would have known exactly maybe why I was coming here, maybe a little cutscene or something, what these Sethric are doing or whatever. But you learn fast enough, I suppose, and it's not bad to have a little bit of mystery. When you get back, you just turn this in and complete it, and you can choose a piece of gear and you get your Azerite. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Again, this was not meant to be a guide for the live version, although if it's the same, you can probably use it as one. But yeah, if you have any questions, comment below. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed it, and everybody have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and please subscribe below. You can catch my gaming thoughts and activities on Twitter at RealKneecap, and you can also find me playing live on Twitch at KneecapKilla. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and of course, everybody have a good one.